Hi everyone, my name is Rana Duran. It was my pleasure working with everyone through this course, and for the final presentation I will be talking about something that I found very beneficial in today's world and involves finances and how we use our money through the cash, credit, and debit. Since I have some experience in that area dealing with fraudulent activities on an everyday basis, I would like to share that knowledge with you, and hopefully that can help you and me continue using our funds wisely. So when we use cash, debit, or a credit is very important. So for example, if we have a small business owners that are trying to grow their business and they're looking to save as much money as they can, the best way to help them grow the business is to pay with cash. Also involves including the tips in the restaurants or in the hair salons. We would like to support them because the charges using debit or the credit can be as high as 3% on those payments or purchases. So to help our small business owners stay in business, we definitely want to support them with cash. Also, an area that we can use different type of transactions and different type of purchase material would be if we are, for example, in a grocery stores or the clothing stores. In those stores, we want to be wise and probably use our credit due to securities. Today's credit cards, they have multiple chips installed, they have a tracking devices, and if case of any fraudulent activities, they're easy to be traced down than if just let's say using a credit, for example. So banks can support that loss, and also it's a guarantee to receive the funds back within provisional few days, versus let's say using our debit card. If those merchant processing machines in the grocery stores or the bigger retail stores are scammed, or there's some type of scanners installed to those machines, they will luckily save our debit card number and the PIN, and that way they can use all our money from our checking account. So using credit card will be the better option in this case. If we're purchasing, let's say, something online, and we're not really sure if those online purchases are one-time or recurrent payments, or they're safe or not, the best bet will be credit again. Credit is something that companies can trace again and see if they can refund the funds back in case needed to, in case again of any fraudulent activities. So online purchases, credit will be the better option. However, let's say if we are paying bills online and we're a little bit behind the bills, or let's say we're not really up to date with our bills and we have a few payments or they're late, or a few missed payments that can cost our credit to drop down. In that case, the best bet to use is our debit card. Preferably debit card versus checking account. The debit card, that way set up online, it can create payments over those purchases or those like payments that we need to set up or that we would like to set up on safer way and keep us in track so we are never late with our payments. So in that case, using debit card and recurring payment will be a better option. The reason why I mentioned debit better than a checking account, even though it's the same thing, it still makes a difference. And this is another little inside information. And the reason why is in case of, again, any fraudulent activities that we might experience, it's better to provide a merchant our debit card than the checking account. If we provide a debit card and if something happens, the services that we use a debit card from, such as bank or prepaid cards, can cancel that number on the card and issue a new card. In that case, our checking account stays untouched. Versus providing our checking account and routing number, the only way that we can protect ourselves is by closing that same account. The one more option that I wanted to mention is if we are paying, let's say, if we're using our funds to purchase a hotel room or use it at the gas station. In that case, the best bet would be a credit card as well, because it's easier to trace in case of any fraudulent activities. So to summarize it all, cash for supporting the small businesses would be probably the best option. Debit for paying our bills online, and credit pretty much for everything else, due to being easier to track, has more safety features, and it just provides the option for consumers to choose if they want to be protected, how much money they want to spend at that time, if the transaction was fraudulent, if there are faster ways to retrieve the funds back, and so on. The last but not the least that I personally experienced was traveling internationally. As you can tell, English is my second language, and I'm trying to give this presentation the best I can. So what I experienced, it was traveling to Europe, and using my credit card was definitely a better option, because some of the credit cards from the United States, besides that they don't have any annual fees, they actually waive any international or foreign transaction fees that can be high up to 3%. So using our credit can help avoid not just fraudulent activities or prevent some fraudulent activities due to the chip, but it can also save us a lot of money on international fees. Personally, my international fee on traveling last time was $150. So using my credit card, I had to pay $49 annual fee, and everything else was waived. So for me, that was the best bet. So traveling internationally, again, credit card is something that can help the most. I hope this presentation was helpful, and you guys always have my email if you need any inside information. I will be happy to help. The less people suffer the loss, the better, and I'm all for helping others achieve their dream and save as much money as they can. Again, thank you so much for being a part of the course. I was very happy to be a part of this course, and looking forward to seeing some of you in the future classrooms as well. Thank you again, and good luck this year.